Do you realize that someone out there could be Googling you right now? What will they find? Who will they think you are? Having a personal brand gives you the power to shape your narrative. It can be the difference between being overlooked or being a go-to expert in your industry. I'm Anina from Looka, and in this video, I'll go over 7 personal branding steps to create a brand that resonates with who you are and what you have to offer. We'll cover how to define your brand strategy, how to develop your brand identity, then we'll create a visual identity, and then I'll go over how to plan and create engaging content that's aligned with your brand. Let's get started. First off, what is personal branding? Think of your personal brand as your professional reputation, but both offline, online, and everywhere in between. It's how people perceive you, and more importantly, it's how they remember you. Personal branding is about creating a brand that defines who you are, your values, and your skills. So, why does it matter? Let's be real. People do business with people they trust. A strong personal brand builds that trust, whether you're an entrepreneur, a freelancer, or climbing the corporate ladder. According to LinkedIn, 81% of buyers are more likely to engage with someone who has a strong personal brand. If you're not convinced, here are 5 reasons why personal branding is important for everyone. Stand out from the crowd. In a competitive job market, a strong personal brand will differentiate you from others. Grow your influence. When you establish yourself as an authority in your field, people will turn to you as a source of knowledge. Gain trust. Personal branding builds trust. When you present a clear and consistent identity and message, it makes it easier for people to trust and connect with you. Control your online presence. In the digital age, people will often Google you. Personal branding allows you to present yourself intentionally. Future-proof yourself. Use your personal brand as a portfolio of all of your work and experience. It'll be easier to network, find a job opportunity, start a business, get a raise, or freelance. You'll future-proof yourself no matter what happens. Now that you're convinced, let's get started on defining your personal brand. First up, we need to set the foundation. This might be a good time to get a piece of paper and start writing. Let's start by defining your unique value proposition. Think about this. What makes you different from others in your field? What value can you add? Write the answers to the following questions to help you get clear. What business are you in? What product or service do you offer? What are your values and mission? Once you've answered these questions, combine your answers to create a value proposition statement. So if you're a photographer, your value proposition would be, I'm an experienced photographer dedicated to capturing the magical moments of people's lives and giving them photo memories to last a lifetime and beyond. Or if you're a financial consultant, I'm a seasoned financial consultant creating robust financial plans for people with any goal to help them build the future they want sustainably. If you're struggling to come up with a value proposition, don't worry. A great way to figure things out is to use the Ikigai framework. Ikigai is a Japanese principle that translates to reason for being. The Ikigai framework integrates personal fulfillment and professional aspirations, so it's a worthwhile exercise. Write down what you love and love to do, what you're good at, or maybe what you want to be good at. Next, write down the skills that you can be paid for. And lastly, write about what the world needs from your experience. This exercise can take some time, so leave your notes out where you can see them daily and continue working on them until you feel that you've got your Ikigai. Next, we're on to step 2, developing your brand identity. Now we're going to take what we have from step 1 and we're going to start to translate it into a visual identity. Lots of folks get stuck in this part. I know how daunting it can be if you're not a graphic designer or a branding professional, but don't worry. You're on the fast track to knowing everything you need to know to kick off your brand by the end of this video. The visual identity of your brand will consist of brand colors, a logo, a set of fonts, and any visual symbols or even a personal style that you may want to include. But first, you need a general direction. Start by choosing a general aesthetic of your personal brand. So think about what your eyes get drawn to when you see someone else's personal branding. Write down what resonates with you and take inspiration from these elements. This profile gives something more modern and minimal, good for seeming approachable and resourceful. If you're creative or a people person and you want to come off as friendly and easy to work with, Try using a more casual profile picture and simple visuals for your banner, like this profile here. If you're looking to disrupt an industry or stand out with an edgy look, try powerful language and abstract visuals like the profile here. All of these LinkedIn profiles have their own unique vibe, from the wording and profile picture to the colors in the banner image. If you're less digital and more customer-facing, what's a unique style that you can adopt to get people to instantly recognize you in a photo or in person? Think of Steve Jobs' wide-rimmed glasses and black turtleneck. Another example is Mel Robbins and her thick-rimmed glasses and blonde hair. You won't see her without them. And Chris Do, a famous brand strategist. His glasses, a cap, and edgy outfits always make him stand out in a crowd. These are intentional choices that these folks made to have their look that's uniquely theirs. So, based on your unique value proposition and ikigai, list the adjectives that describe your personal brand. Once you're done, let's create a visual identity. Now that you've gathered the visual components for your brand identity, let's start putting those things together. It's super easy to do with Looka. The first task is to choose the right logo font. If your personal brand is modern and professional, go for a sans serif. If you're more traditional and personal, try a serif or a cursive font. We have a fun video on choosing logo fonts in the description if you need any extra help. Here's some examples. Next, choose a consistent color palette. It should reflect your ikigai and industry and create visual cohesion. If this is another area where you feel lost in, don't worry. We have an entire video dedicated to helping you understand how to choose the right colors for your brand. We'll leave a link to that video in the description. Here are some examples. Explore different ideas for logo designs, like maybe adding a container or choosing a unique logo symbol. It's easy to lose track of time when designing your logo, so don't feel like you need to perfect it in one go. With Looka, you can adjust your design at any time, even after purchase. Once you've got a logo you love and fonts and colors picked out, it's time to apply it where necessary. Add the logo to all of your digital and physical assets, like your website, business cards, and invoices. Your digital footprint should be consistent. Lastly, you'll also need a few professional headshots of yourself. Don't use a random photo from a night out or your last trip to Mexico. Once your photos are updated, we'll move on to the most critical part of the process, choosing the right platforms. Don't waste your time on social platforms that aren't a good fit for you. Focus on platforms that give you visibility and the opportunity to network. Platforms like LinkedIn are a great place to grow your network and influence if you're in tech, sales, consulting, or even just looking for clients. It's a must-have profile these days. Like the example here. He's amassed over 57,000 followers and earned a top voice badge for community engagement. He chose the right platform to focus on. Content creators, photographers, and coaches might be better off spending their time on social platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. For example, career coach Mandy uses TikTok and YouTube to reach her audience. She's grown a community of over 100,000 followers on TikTok and almost 50,000 on YouTube. Next up, I have a detailed action plan for you to help you get your personal brand out there. This is the heart of it all, your spotlight moment. You've got clarity from step 1 and stunning visuals from step 2. Now it's time to share your purpose with the world, your ikigai. First things first, find your voice. Your voice is what sets you apart. It builds trust and positions you as an expert in your field. Let's look at two totally different but equally powerful voices. Oprah is emotional, conversational, and casual. She speaks to the heart. Andrew Huberman, on the other hand, is matter-of-fact, concise, and professional. He speaks to the brain. Now ask yourself, what's your voice? Choose 3 personality traits that you think would define your content. Are you bold, thoughtful, quirky, innovative, or creative? With that down pat, let's start a content creation brainstorm. Use these guiding questions to uncover rich, value-packed content that resonates. If you were a thought leader in your industry, what would you write or speak about? What trends are shaping your industry right now? Are there outdated or broken systems in your space that you can challenge? What personal story from your journey would inspire others? Who are the thought leaders you admire? And how can you bring your unique spin to their approach? For example, here's a LinkedIn post of a personal story that serves as someone's purpose for doing what they do. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Here's another example of a piece of thought leadership that's addressing a growing trend. And lastly, here's another example of a post challenging the status quo and broken systems. So your challenge is, using these answers, brainstorm 10 content ideas that align with your voice and showcase your expertise. Think LinkedIn posts, blog articles, short videos, carousels, or even a newsletter series. Next up, we're going to show you how to engage and connect with others. There are 3 consecutive steps you need to follow. First, you need to curate your channels by following the experts, publications, influencers, and companies that are the top voices in your industry. At this stage, you're going to like, repost, retweet, and follow people you want to be associated with. Do this for a month or so, and make any notes on content that you resonate with or disagree with. Maybe even a hot take or two. Then, you can start to comment. Repost and comment on posts. Tag relevant people, react to news, and start engaging in discussions with experts in your field. Take your time here and make connections with experts in your industry. And lastly, once you've made yourself known in the community, it's time to create. Create your own posts with your own perspective and experience. Make posts on recent news, trends, or ideas. Be intentional. Don't just make content for the sake of making content. Post meaningful takes and add a consistency that works for you. You don't want to become a robotic voice on LinkedIn, posting just to cross it off your to-do list. This brings us to our last step, keeping yourself and your brand updated. The world is changing fast. Keeping up with everything can make you a powerful voice within your community and just a better professional overall. Keep your eye out on new trends and changes, and always learn new skills, start new discussions, and evolve your personal brand along with your experience and values. Your personal brand is your most valuable asset, so start today. Update your profiles, define your message, and own your space in the industry. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and share it with someone who needs a brand boost. Have fun, and see you next time.